afternoon, whatever the time of the day it is. This week, I wanted to talk to you specifically about being young and being single. Sometimes, as human beings, we create our own expectations that we have to have something done in a certain period of time. I believe in manifestation is genuinely true in my particular reality, and I believe that can be true for everyone. But I don't think we should put timelines on things like marriage and having something done by a particular time. I think everything flows if we allow it, effortlessly and in the right timing, because sometimes we don't always know what the right time is for us. I know a lot of us can struggle with the idea of being single, a single woman or a single man. So grab a hot drink, go for a walk, put your earphones in, and maybe enjoy some background beauty of more of God's beautiful world. So let's get started. Being single is an opportunity to learn about yourself. I want you to imagine for a second, if you had met the right person, genuinely, would you be ready for them? Would you be prepared? Would you be able to give the best of yourself and treat them the way that they deserve to be treated? Would you be able to nurture the relationship in the best way possible, respond in moments of tension and anger? Would you be able to keep your self-identity and know who you are and fulfill and chase after your dreams and your passions? You be able to simply let love in? Would you be able to let them in vulnerably while guarding your heart, protecting it? These are all questions to ask before you seek a relationship. I believe singlehood is a time for you to discover these questions, is to discover how you are whenever there's anger. Take some time to even sit down and spend time with yourself. Go and take yourself on dates. Get to know who you genuinely are. And a lot of times we can spend time by ourselves, numbing out the fact that we're by ourselves, or numbing out the fact that we have time to not do anything, where we get on our phones, we go and scroll through Instagram, and we compare our lives. Do not compare your life to other people. They have what's great for them and in their timing, but you are being molded and perfected for what's amazing and great for you. So take the time that you're given and make it useful in the most loving, genuine sense of getting to know yourself. Instead of scrolling through Instagram, sit in the silence and meditate. Bring and ground yourself back into who you are. Check in with how you are. Love yourself. Start giving yourself the love that you may be seeking. Get to know your traumas, because relationships are a good thing, and when we go through the wrong ones, it just teaches us about unhealed things about us or characteristics that work well with us in future relationships and in the right relationship, what we're seeking. But when you have time to yourself, try to write down and think of all your unhealed versions of yourself. Try to write down any darkness that you may be running from, that you don't want to face, any trauma. Try to write that down and start learning to love that about you. Start learning to make friends with your darkness, with your ego, with your trauma, your inner child. Learn to make friends with that. I find the things that we face that we're afraid of can become our greatest strengths. So, do the healing, do the inner healing work, not just for the right partner for you, your lifetime partner, but do it for that little you, the child you, the inner child, the little you when you were 8 or 9 and you had all these hopes and dreams. Do it for you, the present you now, the future you, of where you're going. You'll learn about yourself, because there may be things that you don't like about yourself, but I just wanted to remind you that you do deserve love. You do deserve to love yourself, to talk to yourself like a friend, to learn to love those qualities that you may dislike, and write down things that are little quirks that you have. 3 things. Try, and things will start flowing. And you'll realize how incredible of a human being that you genuinely are, with your authenticity and your quirks, your individuality that this world needs. So there's a lot of people that find you fascinating and you may not even see it yourself, but it's time to start seeing it yourself. Singlehood is an opportunity for you to discover yourself and have fun at it. You do have more freedom than if you were in a relationship or if you were married. You have more freedom to try things, to travel, and if you are with a partner, that right person will help you feel free to go and pursue your dreams. Singlehood will also give you a huge opportunity to go where you need to go and just pursue your passions. Don't believe life is genuinely about finding a partner, even though we all feel like we have to find our missing piece. It's about finding ourselves and coming back home to ourselves. That can be without a relationship and that can be in a relationship. I heard this one quote that said, the biggest way to tell if they're your soulmate or not is if they do not get in the way of you finding your highest self. And I actually think that's so true. Being with someone who makes you feel safe. When you learn to love yourself and you fall in love with all your quirks, you start letting go of any like toxicity that you were allowing in past relationships with people, and you start seeking this calmness, this safety for people who genuinely love you for who you are inside and out, not just for your appearance, but the messiness inside of you, and they just allow you to be while inspiring you at the same time without force, but just with a calming nature or inspired excitement, or with you in the hard days. But that's by learning about yourself and loving yourself. And in that, you naturally want the same from the people you allow in your life. It's just this calming, loving vibration. When opportunities of relationships come up, and like I said earlier, you'll know what is best for you, but you also find that whenever people want to leave, you love yourself so much. You allow yourself to let go of what no longer serves you. With an open heart, you allow them to come in and you love them, and with a purpose, we can leave people better than we find them. Instead of seeing them as objects, we just see each other as children of God, holding hands, simply walking them back to remembering who they are and the divine power within each of us. To have that goal of leaving someone better than we find them whenever they leave, we understand what's meant to be will be. So we easily and lovingly allow release and allow people to go on their journey. In my opinion, singlehood is also a very powerful thing. It's very powerful because a lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of times we get so afraid of being alone, or we want to be like everyone else, and we feel pressured to be in a relationship because everyone else on Instagram is, or all of our friends are married and have babies. And so sometimes as humans we feel this need to get into a relationship and to settle lower on our standards. I hope this is a reminder, again, in the most loving way. Everything I say, I try to say with love, never condemnation. But singlehood, in my opinion, is one of the most powerful processes of the human life, because the truth is you're not alone. You have you, and you can find what you want without depending on people. You have all the answers within you, so that way in the future, when you're in a relationship, you can work together as a team, and you have your input and your partner has their input, and you can come together instead of putting all your life and your dreams in their hands and saying, hey, can you carry me? Now, I do believe, like it says in the scriptures, it's best to have two, because if one falls, the other can pick them up. But I'm saying your life, your whole circle of life, your dreams, your passion, things that where no one's around, even when you're in a partnership. It's good to know what you want in life. It's good to know that you have the answers within, and it's learning to trust yourself in the singlehood, to trust that you do have the answers, to trust your decisions, and to learn from mistakes, to apply them in the future. When you're single, you can learn, and even when you're in a relationship, you learn though that all this love that you have to give, you can give it to yourself, but your friends, your family, strangers that you cross paths with. I think every human being, you have so much love to give. And you realize that you don't just need a partner, though. You can use all that to give love within your job where you work. Use it to serve the customers, to serve and motivate your coworkers. You can do so much with all the love that you have given. So it's just remembering that, finding that from within, and learning to give that freely, and give yourself that same love as well. It's okay to be single right now. Wherever you're at in life, however old you are, it's okay. When you start dreaming, start thinking about things you want right now. We put so much focus and attention on needing someone, but with manifesting, neediness only pushes the things we want away. So instead, start with an open heart, without neediness. Start focusing on things. What do you want right now? Okay, yeah, you want a partner. Put that out and then let it go. Simply allow it to come in the right time, and it'll come whenever you're ready, whenever the best time is for you. And start thinking about, what do you want right now? What's your dreams? What's something you want to pursue career-wise? Or do you want to create your own business? Do you want to start helping starving kids? Do you want to make a difference in the world, in opening doors for strangers at the grocery store, complimenting human beings, smiling at strangers? There's so much that can be done right now with where you're at. You just have to start finding gratitude in your everyday life, dreaming again, and finding your passions. Heavenly Father places desires in our hearts, which means it's gonna happen in the right time. So have faith, but make the most out of your life. You have so much life to live. Life doesn't stop after you get married. You still have to continue dreaming and having a passion and traveling and making a difference in the world and discovering love for yourself. It's an ongoing thing. I hope that this video brings some inspiration, some light, whatever stage you're at in life. Be present in it. Live it with gratitude and with an open heart. Have an amazing day. Make the most out of it. You have a short time on this world. How do you want to live it? The world needs you and the magic you bring to it. I love you guys, and I'm sending my love and light your way. Have an amazing day.